Welcome back in, everybody. Golf Talk Radio with Mike and Billy right here on the Golf Talk Radio Network. In case, again, you missed the shows that were on the last segment of the show, but you can find all of our podcasts, including all the other segments on this show, at golftalkradio.com. We talked history of the golf glove. We talked about John, Big John, Miss John. We talked about Billy's thoughts with Tiger Woods and an apology.
Yeah, I misjudged that completely. I'm not sorry as much as I am just way
Are you
off.
backing out of the
I was
apology?
just gonna say, no,
I don't think apology is the right word. It's not. I'm not trying to backpedal here. I was just way off. I didn't give the man enough credit, so I apologize for that. I should have been more open-minded about his golf game and his is it the right audacity? Is that a word?
His audacity?
He's a stud for his work
His
ethic.
perseverance.
His perseverance and work ethic is second to none.
Yeah.
I just keep thinking having the kind of media attention on you at the level that he does. I mean, look at the Tour Championship where everyone's swarming behind him. At the Zozo, the people were like crazy. The fans were just Tiger, 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 Tiger.
And even when they wouldn't let him in the golf course, they still tried to sneak into that golf. Remember, they wouldn't let the gallery in; it was too wet.
Yeah.
So they tried.
Yeah.
They were going over fences, climbing trees, anything they could to do.
I mean, it was crazy.
It's
yeah,
nuts when
and
you think about it.
and what he did was his comeback is as great as any comeback in the history of any sport. So I misread that one, and I'm sorry for that. And I'm sorry I argued with Nikki. We had heated conversations.
But it's okay to
But-
have
but it-
conversations
but
about
it-
that.
Heated.
Yeah,
They were
it's
heated.
They were very heated, like my driver when I get it fixed.
It's going to be heated.
So speaking of Ping,
Yes.
I've always been a big fan of Ping, and when I played years ago, that's the club that I played when I could play. Then somebody just donated a left-handed set of Ping
200?
no, they're the irons.
Yeah.
I
the thing, yeah.
the i3s. I think
Maybe
they
the
are.
i3s.
Yeah,
Yeah.
kind of cool looking.
Mm-hmm.
So I said, awesome. They didn't have grips on them, so I brought them over to Dave. I said to Dave, "Could you grip these for me? I want to play. I want to go back and hit some Ping irons." And they're the more modern Ping. I used to have the older Ping set, right? So he calls me. He said, and they were green. They were way upright. So I wanted to bend them and then get them back to standard and then grip them. They're 1.5 inches short. The shafts are tiny little shafts. All of them are, and they're all 1/2 inch increments.
It cost a fortune to get them
So
reshafted.
I might pull the heads and put them on my current iron shafts, if that's possible. But yeah, what a bummer, because he called me and said, "You don't want to put me to do this." He's trying to bend one, and I said, "Why?" He said, "I kept thinking something's wrong with these." So we measured them. They're like little tiny clubs.
That's pretty short.
Yeah, 1.5 inches short. And then stepped down that from there, and then, so what a bummer. So I think he put some grips on them and give them to a kid. If I can, there's this lefty boy that's getting stronger, but I wanted to play that iron again. So should I pull? What could you pull the heads off those and put them on my TaylorMade irons now? Just put those shafts in.
I don't think you'd want to do that.
Is that something you could do? I'm
I
playing.
have Chase that can do it. He does all of our
But I'm
Club
playing.
Repair.
Does that doable? Is what I'm
It
asking.
is. I don't know. I don't think it's worth it
Why?
because I think you need to go to a newer iron.
Because I'm playing the TaylorMade iron.
Yeah,
with
you need,
and I don't like.
You
You
got
need to be fit with
you
new
got
irons.
to go to
But
a
I was
new iron.
fit when I got the TaylorMade.
New irons.
But I just want.
You got to go to the new head technology, dude.
Well,
I'm
that's
telling you,
that Ping's kind of new, isn't it? The i3.
no,
It's not new. Looks cool.
they're on the 700s.
Well, I am turning 60, so if you guys are thinking of like birthday gifts or anything for somebody that's getting really old, I'm just saying.
You know what? I'll
That's
help
what you. That's
Yeah.
what. That's
Seriously.
just bringing it out there, people.
You've come up before when we were at Paso and you hit the Callaway stuff, and we did that for a little bit, but you
You
know,
have Ping irons up there too now?
yeah,
Oh man, it's going to cost me. But I'm going to still come up and hit drivers.
I
I'll start with drivers.
I will. I have
'Cause if I'm gonna
connections.
go to
I will help you
Scotland,
out.
If I'm going to Scotland,
Right.
gotta
Exactly.
those TaylorMade seem heavy for me. I'm not strong
That's
anymore, man.
what
I've got
I'm
weak
talking
hands,
about,
weak body.
man.
So
You
gotta
gotta
get something that I can
you
snap
have
it through
to.
there.
I think that one of the hardest things in golf, especially for like the three of us who have played a long time or play a lot, right? Change is it's hard to go, okay, maybe what I really need to do is rethink how I'm approaching my tools, which are my clubs.
Right.
And how am I playing and how am I feeling?
I should be
Irregardless of age, but like how do I play? How often do I play? How do I feel? what do I want to accomplish? You know, and
I just want to be pain free.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I can't tell
that's
you.
what I wanna
can't
do.
tell you how different, and it's so basic to me. Like that I could have fixed myself so much sooner. And I sit there and you and I, and we talk, all three of us talk about like, this person should go do this. You should go do it. You should go get fitted. You should go do this. You should do it. I do that for a living. And it took me 2 years to finally go, you know what? I'm going to finally do this.
I'm the strongest believer that everybody
Yeah.
should be fitted. And I told Nikki I've been fitted. Not really, because there was never a lot of fitting systems for the
Right.
lefty. So I was standard, and that's all I ever had. A standard length, standard lie. That's what I've always gotten. So I don't know if I am standard. I mean, I was years ago. I went to the Ping in Phoenix. I went to the Scottsdale. It's out just between Phoenix. Have you been to the Ping place? It's out there. I don't remember the town. It was near Phoenix.
Yeah.
And I was black dot standard length.
I remember that when I met you.
So-
Everything, you were Mr. Standard.
Yeah.
And
Everything.
now it's
But I
shaft.
might not be anymore.
It's
right?
shaft and club head. I mean, I remember when we finally put my pings together and got the shaft and the club face that I wanted. It was like butter. It was
Really?
like instantly.
Yeah, it's
Oh
crazy.
All right.
my
You
gosh!
talk me into it, guys, because I think my 60s is going to be a rebirth of my golf game. At
It
least
is amazing.
First 5 years of that.
Yeah. Yeah. It's amazing.
So
Like
it's-
when you talk about fitting systems, it is amazing when you talk about how far they've come and now all of the options. I mean, it's incredible. It's incredible how many different combinations you can make, but it's also incredible when you do, like we'll do the static fitting part first, which is just measurements, just to say, hey, this is the starting point. And we'll do measurements, go, boom, this is saying the starting point. Let's start there. And then let's kind of hit the peripheral of this quadrant that you
Wow.
fit in.
Love when you talk.
And let's
golf.
say, let's watch what's the ball flight's doing here. And let's see what Billy says. Let's see what he feels. Let's see,
Nice.
does he like this? Does he not? You know, and you just, unbeknownst to the player, they kind of drive themselves towards what they feel and what they see and what they hear and
You talk me
the distance of the ball and all that stuff. And it's just such a cool process, you know. And I know we've talked about it a gazillion times on this show, but like to talk about it and then we live it because we work it,
Yeah.
and then to actually do it is like it's
All
a
right.
hard thing,
Yeah.
you know.
It amazes me how many people resist, though. Like, I
Yeah.
have a friend who really
Yeah.
has clubs that are from the last century,
Yeah,
and he plays a lot of golf. and I keep saying, you need to like think about getting new clubs. Oh no! It's like, why are you spending all your time, all your money, all this,
Is-
and going out and playing?
Is he driving a new car or is he driving an old car? Because sometimes
It's an old car.
So yeah, that's just who he is.
that's who he is.
Yeah, that's who he is.
I have a really,
But I
had a
have
really
no
hard
problem with a
time.
new car, so I
Yeah.
will have no problem with the new clubs. I will do this. You've talked me into
Yeah.
it, and I appreciate it.
I had a really hard
I
time.
can't talk the talk unless I walk the walk. Right?
Exactly. I had a really hard time not only to change my driver, I changed my irons. I actually kind of, because I had gotten hurt, I kind of talked myself into, well, because I'm hurt and I've got this issue and that, I'm going to change the iron head type. So I went to the bigger iron head type. And what I didn't realize, and I spent 2 years playing these things, is not nobody's fault but mine. I took away like my feel. I took away my transition. I took away my ball striking and the way
Wow.
I strike the ball. And then when I went back and I changed to the head type that I had the 2 years before that, and I put back the shaft that I had, I was like, oh my God, I'm so stupid. Like,
But you,
you,
were,
like, you
so
don't.
were experimenting. You did
Yeah, I
good.
was,
You-
but you
you
don't.
wanted something that you hear is more forgiving, and
You don't. You,
It's
you
too
should
forgiving.
always have a
An open
second or a
mind.
third opinion or have an open mind, and it's really difficult to do that for yourself. Just like it is watching your own
It
golf
is.
swing on video.
Yeah,
It
can't
is.
do
It's so hard to like go, hey, I'm going to watch my swing on video, and how can you be subjective enough to actually see all the things that are going on? I mean, you're going to see what you see because if you've seen yourself on the video, you're like, oh, I know what that is. I know what I do.
that. What
I know.
glove?
Yeah, exactly.
What glove
So
should I wear?
It's just
So I'll bring
fascinating.
up 3 gloves when I come up.
Yeah,
All right.
it's fascinating how strong the willpower is of individuals.
Oh, yeah.
and mind.
Well,
and-
you
Yeah.
broke down my
know.
willpower, team. I will come see you, and I will do it sooner than later. I do have something to ponder. Is it that time?
Yeah, we got about a minute and 50 seconds or so.
Well,
We can ponder for that.
that's because this is And this is something we all should take notice of. People should think. All right, Nikki, you ready for this?
I am ready.
It takes hundreds of good shots to gain confidence, but only one bad one to lose it.
So true.
I hate that.
It's the craziest thing.
Nice drive, Billy. Caught all that one.
That looks like it's over the hill, Bill. Oh, no, it's way back there by the tee.
Let me tee up another one. I gotta hold.
Here, go ahead, hit another one.
That one went a little further.
Did you see that one?
Did you see the smoke coming off of that
That
one?
one felt good.
Oh, it's right there.
Oh,
It's
here
right
it
in front of us, Bill.
is. You guys see it anywhere? Here it is. Yeah, it's my turn. Let me hit again.
Your way, Bill.
Still
Yeah.
you, Bill.
You know, it's
Still you,
but
Bill.
I was just. Well, I got the. Hold on, give me this one.
Oh my gosh.
But they're straight, man. I'm saying, and they look good. Even Ben said, "Wow, good drive, coach." And it caught its line, it held its line, had good sound off the face. Those new clubs all have those bigger ones have a nice sound.
I'm telling you,
Just
man.
didn't go anywhere.
It's the prime. It is the prime
I kept looking, I
example.
said, "Am I really back here?" I still got, I usually hit wedge in this hole. I'm hitting 7-iron or 6. I was like, I can't believe this, man.
It's the prime example of the incorrect club.
Yeah.
It just doesn't. It doesn't fit you
But
anymore.
I chipped and putted. Like, that's the only reason I was a couple overs, because I was missing almost every green, but I was chipping it up close and making putts.
I mean, imagine when you do get the right irons and you've got your short game like you have. They'll be like, "Oh my god, why didn't I do this sooner?" And
Okay,
you're
well,
just be
now I'm
scoring, and
excited
you'll be
about it.
like, "Man, this is amazing. This is just so cool." It'll be awesome.
Well, I'm going to ponder a good fit. Without a good fit, there's nothing.
Hmm.
Huh.
Uh-huh. Mm-hmm.
I gotta go get a glove.